Kaypacha with the weekly Pele-rapport for June 17th of 2015. I wanted to start out with a little shot of the night sky to give you a picture of what I'm going to be talking about today and get you a sense of what is going on here as we look at our solar system. Number one, we can see that this is the Earth here, and I'm going to be talking about the Earth. Obviously, you can see we have a Sun-Mars conjunction. That just happened a little while ago. So this is an alignment between the Earth, Sun, and Mars. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about today, as you can see, is if we turn and look at this way. Oh my goodness. Do you see this straight line happening between Earth, Venus, and Jupiter? It's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter as Venus comes around. And what I'm also talking about, let's see if I can really pull this in. Well, you can't really see from this particular point of view the moon. Let's see if I can turn this sucker all the way around. There's the moon. See the moon right there? There's the moon right there. So this weekend, and I have this program set up for right now. You can see the moon right there. Earth, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, all coming into a beautiful alignment for Saturday. That's what we're talking about. The other aspect I want to show you now, check this out. I love this program, man. Okay, is if we go like this, right, and we come down, you can also see I'm talking about Jupiter trine Uranus. Look at this. This is almost like a beautiful triangle. Earth, Jupiter, Uranus. Yeah, so Jupiter is trine Uranus right now in respect to the Earth. Last but not least, before I get on to the Pele-rapport, is Mercury in a 90-degree square to Neptune. You see that? If you draw the angular relationship between Mercury, Neptune, and the Earth, it is 90 degrees. So I'll be talking about Mercury square Neptune, Venus conjunct Jupiter, Jupiter trine Uranus, and the Sun conjunct Mars. How about that? Hola, buenos dias. I can't believe it's time for another Pele-rapport. I thought I just finished the last Pele-rapport. Time is flying by. Sun conjunct Mars moving through Gemini. Yeah? Changes. New ideas, new people, new projects, new. It's like time. Let's face it. We've been going through a little bit of a challenging time for the last couple of years. Saturn moving through Scorpio, Uranus square Pluto, 2012, 13, 14. Whoosh! And we got a bit of a tough time coming up next year. Saturn is squaring Neptune like for most of 2016. I'll be getting to that. But for now, Jupiter is trine Uranus for the whole month of June. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, opportunity, new optimistic faith, expansion, expanding our ideas through new teachings, new teachers, foreign travel, new cultures, new ways of looking at the world. It's awesome. And that, in Leo, is getting in touch with new aspects of self-expression, of self-acceptance, of loving ourselves in a new way. Why? Because Uranus, the planet of the new, of liberation, of enlightenment, moving through this sign of Aries, the animal in all of us, our bodies, our desires, our sexual instincts. Yeah? So this is a time. It's an awesome time. It's a beautiful time of really playing around. Leo's the sign of recreation, and play. gambling, speculation, fun. And what happens this weekend? Oh my God. Not only Venus is coming up to join with Jupiter, it'll be exact July 1st, but it's going to travel along with Jupiter quite some time until she goes retrograde. She's going to reach up into Virgo and then go retrograde and come back over Jupiter again, and then go direct and come back over Jupiter again. This is like a 6-week period. It's awesome, from the middle of June until August of Jupiter and Venus doing this little dance together. But this weekend, the moon, just now in Cancer as of today. Oh yeah, today is the 15th of, no, it's not the 15th. Yeah, it is. No, 17th. These days, one rolls into the next. This is the Pele-rapport for June 17th of 2015. It's the year of 15. The day is 17. Get it together, dude. Okay, so you got to have a sense of humor. Gemini's got a sense of humor. It's the Joker, this new moon. Yesterday, Tuesday, in Gemini, the Joker, the trickster, playing around with Venus and Jupiter in Leo. Oh, wow, yeah? So Thursday, the moon goes into Cancer, spends a couple of days reconnecting with that inner child, more sensitive, more feeling, more I want to do things the way I feel they need to be done, when I feel they need to be done. Get in touch with those feelings, and then this weekend, let it rip, man. The moon moves into Leo. It's going to be conjoining on Saturday with Venus and Jupiter. We got a Venus, Moon, Jupiter conjunction in Leo. Partay. This is going to be a great weekend. Yes. It is about play, self-expression, children, procreation, this fertilization. This is just like a really beautiful, amazing time to reach out forward into the unknown, yeah? And to bring out new aspects of ourselves that maybe we've been hiding or we've been afraid to show. It's time to get on the stage, grab that karaoke microphone, sing a new song. Yes. Now, other things that can get in the way. The Sun is still conjunct Mars. It's going to stay conjunct Mars. They kind of travel along together now for a couple more weeks. And Sun Mars in Gemini and then in Cancer, okay, can be kind of like argumentative. Like you can get pissed off at like the barking dogs in the neighborhood. Like, Gemini is the neighborhood. But Cancer's the family. And the Sun and Mars is going to move into, the Sun goes into Cancer. We've got the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year. Southern hemisphere, the shortest day of the year. It signifies this change. The only constant in our universe. Change. Yeah? And the moon is change. And that's why it has to do with our feelings, because our feelings are always changing. And new stuff is going to be coming up. And it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and we can feel a little ungrounded. Mercury is still square Neptune. And I want to talk about that a little bit. I can talk about this retrograde process a little bit today, because it's a phenomenon that is, really associated with the Trinity, the law of three. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, cardinal, fixed, mutable, create, maintain, destroy. There is this whole process, and these planets. Mercury came around to square Neptune first on May 9th. Then it went up and it went retrograde, and it came back to square Neptune the second time on May 28th. And now the third time it's going to go direct, and it's going to come back for the third time. Yeah? On what? Oh, I put it down here somewhere, man. The 23rd. What's that? 6 days. Monday or something. Next Monday, Mercury squares Neptune for the third time. this whole process, and then Venus is going to come by Jupiter, and then it's going to come back again, and then it's going to go forward, you know. And I want to talk about Saturn. Saturn went into Sagittarius last Sunday. It came back into Scorpio, you know, and then it goes back a third time into Sagittarius. August, God, I can't remember anything today, man. September 17th. So let's look at this process. It is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. It is create. Something new comes up. Mercury squared Neptune in the beginning of May. Okay? Mercury is my left brain. Neptune is my imagination and my connection to multi-dimensional spirit. So there can be new teachings, new book, new meditation, new song in my head, new painting that I see, and it's like, but I've got to like get it out there. Get it out there. And so, you know, then Mercury comes back a second time. And so there's this impulse is the first pass. The second pass is reflect, revolt, redo, reconstruct, you know, that's the retrograde. And then the third pass is like, okay, you know, window shut. You had your opportunity. Now it's over, done, complete, fini. Yeah, so like this Mercury square Neptune, like it's all right, you know, you had your chance to paint that painting. You had your chance to write that song. Now's the time. Wrap it up, finish it up. And that brings me back to the Moon, Jupiter, Venus. What's the downside of party? What's the downside of fun? Indulgence. Yeah, you can get very lazy. Think of the lazy lion just laying around. And it's just, you know, it's also a time when you can feel, everything's fine, everything's going to be okay, you know, I just got paid, you know, I got some money in the bank, let it lie, you know, let it float. I've been working my butt off, you know, now I'm just going to like relax for a while. That's the downside of the trine. That's the downside of Venus Jupiter. It's too much sugar, too much sweetness, too much love that just kind of makes you complacent, lazy, fat. Yeah, Jabba I think of in Star Wars. I mean, it's an old movie now, but still. Venus Jupiter is a good Jabba. So, you know, you just kind of, you know, turn into a big turd. So be careful. Keep moving. But that's the nice thing about Sun conjunct Mars, is the Sun conjunct Mars wants to keep moving. That's why I say, this is an awesome time. Go for it. This is a time to do it, to make it happen. Now let's look at one more thing before I run out of time, and that is Saturn. Saturn. We can't forget Saturn with all the Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Sun, Mars, blah, 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 blah. Saturn, you know, has been, like I said, in Scorpio for a couple of years. It's been like divorce, separation, let go of the oppression and the predator that's been bothering me, and, you know, declare bankruptcy, or let the bank go, let my debts go, you know, let you go. And then it moved into Sagittarius in December, right around Christmas, yeah? And then it went retrograde. And it's coming back. Last week it went back into Scorpio. And there it's going to stay. It stations and directs, you know, on the 1st, and then back in September it goes back into Sagittarius. So we have this 6-week period of time, middle of June to August. And it's like, okay, so I packed my bags, I got ready to go, I went to court, I got the divorce, Saturn goes into Sagittarius, time to start a new life, you know, go traveling, get the money and whatever, run. But then, oops, forgot something, unfinished business. Saturn says, oh, we forgot about the custody. I got to go back to court. I got to go back to this relationship. I got to go back and visit and wrap up, finish, complete some of the old stuff that's still lying around from December, well, not December, but really from 2013, 2014, while Saturn was in Scorpio. So it's like, you know, we make this progressions and progress in our lives, and then we need to kind of like cross, you know, it's like when you write, you know. I write the letters and then I go back, cross the T, dot the I, then I go on to the next word. So this is, you know, it's a good time not only for expansion and creativity, but also with a positive frame of mind, going back and revisiting some leftover stuff from the last couple of years that needs to be wrapped up, finished, and completed so that you can really move on with a clean slate. Yeah? So this is, you know, this is the process that we're in now for the, like I say, the next 6 weeks. Saturn dips back down into Scorpio to wrap it up, finish it up, so that that phoenix can really fly. Yeah? And so this is just a real time period where you want to get out of this, I don't know, you know, I mean, the mantra today just has to deal, you know, with maintaining this positive place. And I always talk about the law of attraction as different from the law of repulsion. Yeah? Jupiter trine Uranus conjunct Venus in Leo can be, I am attracted to something positive and beautiful, and I'm moving forward in a positive headspace. I'm not bitching and moaning and complaining and pointing fingers and blaming and holding resentment and jealousy and envy and anger at something from the past that repulses me and I want to get away from. Because just keep in mind, it's my old friend Ziel, an old shamanic astrologer from Sedona. I don't know how he's doing these days. Hi out there if you're listening, Sal. T, time, energy, and attention. Yeah? He talked about that. Wherever you spend your time, energy, and attention, how you drink your morning cup of tea, how you spend, yeah, those thoughts and those ideas, what you are attentive to, what you are focused on is what you are going to see, and ultimately what you are going to create. So if you're worried and you're anxious and you're complaining and you're moaning, guess what you're creating for tomorrow, next week, and next year? Yeah? More stuff to bitch and moan and complain about. So this is a real great time to keep the thoughts positive, to stay in the heart space, and to create opportunities for more love and connection. Yeah? So, the mantra for today is, I can complain and criticize, finding fault with you and I, but I would rather spend my time learning how to fly. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Gemini can get caught up in little petty things, and Cancer can get a little around petty things. Oh, that bothered me. I didn't like what you said 3 days ago or 3 years ago, you know, and I haven't forgotten it. And let's talk about it because now I feel like arguing. Sun conjunct Mars, you know. Take that arguing, take that energy, take that chi of Sun Mars and put it to good use, creative use, maybe procreative or sexual use. It's a real good time to be exploring your sexuality, yeah? Sun conjunct Mars, all this stuff, Jupiter, Venus, it's like lots of fun. Getting over the guilt, getting over the shame, freeing up ourselves, allowing ourselves to boldly go where we've maybe been afraid to go before with our partners, with our relationships, with our love. It's like, yeah, get out of the box. This is a great time for getting out of the box. So to close up today, I am going to say, I can complain and criticize, finding fault with you and I, but I would rather spend my time learning how to fly. May you fly high with graceful, beautiful breezes, and may the wind always be at your back. Namaste, aloha, so much love.